You agree that for every 8-hour shift missed for reason other than client's request or the client's cancellation, you must make up each 8-hour shift missed in order to maintain 40 hours a week. If you do not take additional shifts to maintain that 40 hours per week, you will only be paid Vermont minimum wage for those shifts worked. You also agree that for the duration of the contract with TLC, you will not call out of your scheduled shift more than 3 times, or your bonus will be forfeited. You also agree to make every effort to complete the client assignment. If the assignment cannot be completed, then you agree to give 4 weeks prior written notice to TLC in order that a replacement person can be obtained and a continuity of effort are maintained to complete the assignment. You also agree that TLC reserves the right to bill for and deduct from your payroll and other bonuses or reimbursements any reasonable expenses incurred by TLC due to the cancellation of the contract, including but not limited to housing and other expenses. You agree to keep TLC advised of any and all issues or proceedings involving quality of care, professional standards, ethics, work performance, caseload, disciplinary action, or malpractice immediately. You also agree to adhere to and comply with any and all existing professional standards, ethics, bylaws, rules, and any regulation, both federal and state, which may apply to your profession. Basically, this means that you will contact TLC as soon as possible to address any concerns or issues that you may have with the facility, staff, personal, or facility patients and clients. You will not for any reason ever confront, retaliate, take any action, or act in any unprofessional manner. TLC will do its absolute best to find a personal person to advocate for you and or with you and the facility. Okay. The time reporting forms of TLC shall be conclusive as to the time worked by you. So TLC pays on a bi-weekly or weekly basis, and you are entitled to receive such payment as long as the client has verified and signed TLC time reporting form, and you have faxed or submitted the original signed copy to TLC by Monday at 9 a.m. Remember that? So this is our time card, and as you can see, it's a weekly time card, Sunday through Saturday. You have the date, the time in, hours and minutes, whatever minutes you break, and the time out, also the hours worked. All that we ask is that you please fill this out and get it to us by 9 o'clock on every Monday morning. Like I said, there's so many different ways you can get it to us. You will need to sign it, and you will also need to have an authorized facility signature. So I ask that if you are working and there's nobody to sign it, that you leave a copy with the facility you're working in, fax us a copy, and also make a copy for yourself. This is dealing with patients' racism and languages.
Hey guys, it's Nicole, and this is going to be a video on dealing with patients who do not like your ethnic group, or whether you have a patient that you and them have some sort of language barrier. I saw the episode of Grey's Anatomy when an African-American doctor had to do a surgery on a Caucasian male who was a Nazi and had all these swastika tattoos all over him. Obviously that was a very serious situation and a very personal struggle for that physician to deal with. Now, I haven't dealt with something, strong as that, but I do live in Florida, and we had a large elderly population. And And with majority of elderly people, they are very set in their ways. You are not going to change their frame of mind. They're very set in their ways. So there are some elderly people, sadly, who do not like African Americans. They think we're lazy. They have all these stereotypes. They think we're not going to give them proper care. We have gold teeth. We play loud music, and etc. I've encountered this numerous times. When I have a patient that wants to change nurses because they think, well, that I'm black and they think I'm not going to give them the appropriate care, I just walk into the room and I explain to them, I understand that you have these ideas about what African Americans should be, but I want to let you know that I'm a professional first and African American second. I am not offended by your comments. This isn't anything personal. Everyone is entitled to their opinions, but please know that all my patients get perfect customer care. All my patients are all treated the same, and I'm not going to treat you any less just because you feel the way you do. I'm a professional first. I'm always going to treat you the same way I treat anyone else. If you still feel like you want to change nurses, that's absolutely fine and within your patient's rights. But I wanted to let you know that I will always be a professional through and through, and I will take care of you regardless of what your views are. This isn't anything personal to me. Once again, you're entitled to your own opinions and your own ideas, but please know that I have nothing but good intentions as far as treating and taking care of you. Usually after that, they say, oh, I'll stay with you, or usually they still want to change nurses. And whether it's A or B, it's totally fine with me, but I always try to address the issue. Because, of course, once you talk about someone, you think their ideas of you are going to change. And when you're professional, you can't be that way. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. Whether you like or dislike black people, whether you like or dislike Hispanics, you are going to meet people that do not like your ethnic group, and you're going to have to deal with it in a very professional way. And I try to disarm those stereotypes by being as professional, as courteous, and as positive as I can be. If you're coming in with shortness of breath, I'm very nice, I'm very respectful. I put, oxygen on you, raise the head of bed, I'm explaining everything to you. I'm just a little more gentle with you than I am with most patients because that stereotype is there, but I'm trying to disarm all those stereotypes from the beginning as well. But it hurts inside, but I don't take it personal because everyone's entitled to their opinions. Whether you like spaghetti or you don't like spaghetti, whether you like black people or don't like black people, everyone has their personal preference and their ideas of what each ethnic group is bringing to the table. I'm not going to change that with you, you know what I mean? I'm not getting paid at the hospital to be, the black representative of the party. I'm here to take care of you, and I just try to let patients know that. I am not here to stand on a soapbox and preach to you why black people are awesome. I just want to let you know that I am a professional. I'm here to take care of you, and you are entitled to your views. Another issue I deal with is a language barrier. Sometimes we have patients come in that only know Spanish and they don't have any other family members to interpret, and that's very difficult. We have a thing in my hospital called the Blue Phone, where I put a headset to my ear, a patient puts one to their ear, and there's an interpreter that interprets the conversation back and forth, which sounds great in theory. But to get someone to pick up the phone and have them wait 5 minutes while the interpreter comes on the phone, it's very difficult to coordinate because this patient's in pain. They don't feel good. They're lonely. They're tired, and they're scared. The hospital is a very foreign atmosphere for a lot of people. And when everyone's speaking a language you're not, it's even more scarier. So it takes at least an hour or 2 hours to try to get all the information from the patient, symptoms, vitals, head-to-toe assessment, things of that nature. But usually after that, I then try to get the interpreter on the phone. Worst case scenario, if the phone doesn't work, I just try to switch their nurse with a Spanish-speaking nurse. And that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. If my grandmother only speaks Spanish and there is a Spanish nurse, please do me that favor and get the Spanish nurse. Why are you fighting the wave here? It's going to be difficult for the both of you and worse off for the patient because they're not getting that 100% great patient care that the hospital should provide. So in the cases of language barriers, I do understand. Sometimes the nurse is able to work through those barriers. I had a family last week and this week that had only spoke Creole. We did a series of letter boards and word boards, which is when they point to the word, and they knew a little bit of English, so we kind of got the problems out on the table, and we were able to work through some things, but I was able to stay as their nurse in the end. But sometimes with some patients, they have no reference of English whatsoever, and the best bet is to find an interpreter or a nurse who speaks their home language. But when changing nurses, as far as language goes, I don't really mind because it's what's best for the patient, not what's best for me because I'm too lazy to find another nurse. You know what I mean? It's for the patient. When it comes to ethnic group discrepancies and issues, that tends to hurt. I really want to take care of that patient. I really want to show them what I, as African American, can bring to the table as far as contributing to society. But in the end, if they don't want me, they don't want me. A patient is well within their rights to change their nurses, to change their physicians, and to be in charge of their own patient care. But I always try to respond to the idea at hand. So they don't think that, I'm going to be rude to them now that they've said that, because nurses talk. Nurses and physicians talk, and patients know that. So I always let them know that I understand how they feel. They're entitled to their opinions, but in the end, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to take care of you, and that's the only thing that matters right now. But that's it. If you guys have any questions or comments for me, though, please put them on the bottom. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.
Okay, so a couple things I did want to bring up is how to use generations. So we do have an app for the cell phones or the tablets. You just go to the App Store and type in generations, and it will say Generations Home Care System. You just click on that. It's a free app. Once you have the Generations app, literally when you click on your app of Generations, it will come up to a screen that says agency ID, email, and password. And all you need to do is put in that information. It will bring you directly to the schedule. And, well, first it'll give you a menu and you can click on the schedule. But you also have access on there for any client information as well. So once you click onto your schedule, once you see that calendar, you also have access to look at broadcasts, which are last-minute shifts. And those broadcasts will, if you click on them, they will come up and they will have names, and then they'll have also, usually they'll have a letter or an initial. They'll tell you what they are looking for, whether it's an LNA or a PCA or whether it's an LPN or an RN, and then it will give you an initial. And the initials are for different facilities. And I actually personally don't know what the initials stand for, but if you call scheduling and you're interested in picking up those shifts, all you have to do is call scheduling and they will tell you where those, what those initials equal. So those are the broadcasts, and I wanted to mention those to you. So getting onto Generations is real easy. If you would prefer not to go the route of the app, then you can easily go to our website at www.tlcnursing.com. And you can go directly to, scroll all the way down to the bottom of our website and you will see employee login. You click that and then it'll bring you to the top of our web page, and then you scroll down until the first, I think it says Generations on the first piece of the first thing you see, the first line. You click on that and it will bring you directly into the homepage of Generations, which has your agency ID, email, and password. And any of us can help you with that if you have any questions. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know that we have some wonderful travelers coming aboard, and it was great giving you some tidbits of TLC and some policies and procedures. Certainly, you're welcome to contact any of us at any time if you have any questions, but for now, I'm going to sign off and just let you know that you have joined a fantastic company. Take care. Bye-bye. afraid, like, I just don't want to touch the wrong button after doing all that.
Right.
I wonder if it's this one here. It says record.
You just want to shut it off?
Yeah, because I'm done. I think. I don't know for sure.
Oh, there's a power button right here.